sun, the green and gold shine bright. On the field of honor they battle with all their might. From the scrums to the tries, they always find their way. Springboks rising higher day after day. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true, better than the rest in every test they pursue. From the dusty fields to the world stage they've roared. Legends carved in history, their spirit soared. In the hearts of a nation, they ignite the flame. Every tackle, every try, echoing their name. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true, better than the rest in every test they pursue. Through the blood, the sweat, the tears and the pain, they carry the hopes of a country like a chain. From the whistles blow to the final play, they prove their greatness every single day. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation, standing tall and true, better than the rest in every test they pursue.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
And we're back, folks. Welcome back to Rugby Ascended here on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Not so great here in the East Coast of the United States. Rugby Ascended for Springboks action. Let's get to the lineups here for the Springboks. Excellent. This game at Ellis Park. It's Ophelia Fassi at fullback, Edwil Fondemeva on the right wing, Jesse Creel under Esterhuizen, a dynamic duo in the inside-outside center, Kurtley Arnsey on the left wing, the little mighty mouse. Once again, amazing number of tries by Kurtley Arnsey. Monty Lubbock gets a nod at fly half. Grant Williams at scrum half. Sia Khaleesi, the captain, wearing the number 8 jersey. Peter Steph Dutoy, 7. Marco van Staden Eskom wearing the number 6 jersey. Lut de Jager, Eben Etzebeth are the locks. In the front row, it's Vilko Lowe, Malcolm Marks, Oxen Shea. Off the bench, Bongi Ambanabi, Bowen Fenter, Asanati Labakanye, Franco Mostard, Quagga Smith, Cobus Reinach, Kanan Moody, and Damian Willemse. What a bench that is indeed. What a bench, folks. So that's the bench for the Springboks. That's quite a lineup here. I wouldn't say it's the best lineup they've got going, but certainly a good one. Let's go ahead and show you the Wallabies lineup for today at Ellis Park. Tom Wright at fullback, Max Jorgensen, Joseph Akuso Sualili on the inside center, or outside center, Len Ikitau on the inside center, Dylan Peich on the left wing, James O'Connor is the fly half. Nick White with his barbershop quartet mustache is the scrum half. Harry Wilson is the captain. Fraser McWright, Tom Hooper, Will Skelton, Nick Frost are the locks. Taniria Tupou, Billy Pollard, and James Slipper in the front row. Off the bench, names almost none of whom I've ever heard of. Brandon Paenga Amosa, Angus Bell, Zane Nongur, Jeremy Williams, Langi Gleeson, Tane Ahmed, Tate McDermott, and Andrew Kellaway. The official for today's match is Ben O'Keefe from New Zealand. The assistant referees are James Dolman from New Zealand, Gianluca Knecki from Italy, and the TMO is Tual Traini from France. Traini, I don't know who that person is. So there you have it, folks. That's the lineups, and we are going to get started here in a few minutes with the national anthems. And very excited for this test match. We're back. Women's World Cup is about to get started in England next weekend, and here we are with the Rugby Championship back on tap for today with the Springboks at Ellis Park. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit the like button if you don't mind. We really do appreciate that. It does help bring people to the channel as the game progresses. So I've got an overcast sky at Ellis Park, looking a little bit gray out there. Excuse me. And there goes the aircraft flying overhead, and it is, I don't know what airline that is, but aircraft flew over Ellis Park in reminder of the 1995 World Cup final. Wallabies about ready to come out on the pitch, and we've caught up with real time here as my broadcast was behind the times. Third jersey of the day, our giving Sydney competition. Yeah, Sydney's jeans. I've got more than her. Thanks to everybody who's watching the program. Appreciate you being here. Feel free to share this with your friends and neighbors, this broadcast. Pitch is looking pretty good at Ellis Park. And it's not a full house, folks. Not a full house. That's a bit disappointing, to say the least. That is a bit disappointing. These should be full matches. Fans should show up before us. But I appreciate it. I understand going to Ellis Park is dangerous. It's a very dangerous neighborhood. And South Africans not showing up to fill the stadium. That's very unfortunate. So we're getting ready. Springboks about to come out of the locker room. Here they come. Here come the Zulu Warriors. Not exactly Zulu country in Johannesburg. A bit too much in the way of steroids for this fellow. That guy looks more normal. Sia Khaleesi lead his team out onto the pitch, walking slowly down the tunnel. Next week they play in Cape Town. And that game I'll be watching, USA versus England. Here they come. Out onto the pitch.
Against England. And here this evening, he leads his country out for the 63rd time.
Khaleesi's 63rd match as captain for the Bucks. Behind John Smith. John Smith is the only captain to have more times wearing the armband as captain. Peter Steph Dutoya looking pretty fresh out there. Going to be hard to see the pitch because they're letting off all these fireworks. Ben O'Keefe, not my favorite official from New Zealand, but he's not bad. Marco van Staden, Eskom. The anthems will come up now. Australia and South Africa. We're going to have a moment of silence for Darby Snyman, 76-year-old who just passed away.
Against the 1974 British and Irish Lions in that test series of 4 matches.
Could he shut up, please?
He will be sorely missed. An incredible rugby mind, a wonderful coach. And our thoughts and condolences are with the Snyman family.
Well, we appreciate you just shut up so I can hear the announcer. That's a moment of silence for Davy Sneeman.
By Lee Scott.
The Australian national anthem comes first.
Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
The Australian anthem to be followed by Wallabies Africa. Well done. That's a brilliant performance of the Australian anthem.
For the singing of the South African national anthem, which will be sung by all of you and Lloyd Pele.
Afrika, ej det blau van onze hem, ej det witte van ons hem, ons eeuwige recht, waar die kansen antwoord geeft, sounds a call to come together. United we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom. It's of Africa. All right, let's get ready to rumble.
Special.
Hamwe Chete, says Tunes. Who said that? Garrett said that. Here we go. Bucks need to get started quickly. Get some points on the board. Don't mess around. Don't mess around. Ben O'Keefe, James Dolman, Gianluca Kinecki, and Tual Tranini. 2 Kiwis, an Italian, and a Frenchman. So, the Australians have nothing to lose. They will go all out. They are underdogs. They have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. All right, we're ready, folks. Wallabies look a little bit nervous. Yeah, but that's about talking to the team. And the best part is no stupid haka. No haka to get us started with here. All right, folks. Don't know what the audience would be, but it's got to be north of 50,000. Or close to 50,000. Jesse Creel, stud. Marco Funstaden, SCOM. Wallabies, South Africa are ready. Here we go. Ben O'Keefe blows the whistle. And we're underway. Nick White kicks it inside at 22. And Lutiaka comes down with it. Good to see him healthy again. Grant Williams at scrum half, being told to use it. Gets back there. Kicked over the top by Grant. Down to around the 10-meter line. Bounce forward, knock forward. What is going on here? I keep seeing the video twice here. Gonna go wide. Jesse Creel on the far side of the pitch. He dumps it back. Oh! Ed will find him over down to about the 42-meter line. Grant Williams is quick. Luke Yager driving forward. Bucks down inside the 10-meter line already. Grant Williams. What is going on with these cameras? Supersport, fix your nonsense. Near side. Sia Khaleesi driving down inside the 22-meter. Springboks on the front foot already. Grant Williams goes over the middle. Marco Fonstad, I keep seeing the same motion. This stupid Supersport sucks. This is very distracting. They switched one camera. It's like a microsecond behind. Idiots. Ball's available. Oxenche picks... Not Oxenche. Yeah, it was Oxenche. Springboks now. Deep. 5 phases already. Peter Steph Dutoy with a carry. Places the ball. He gets some help from Ox, and there's Marty Limek. We go wide. Kurmiansi, and it's Booker. We got a try already. Yes, great start. We're on fire. 1:38 into the game, and the Springboks have already scored. Curtly Arnsey, his 21st try. Woo-hoo! Man, what a start. 150 into the game. Curtly Arnsey with a try. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Monty Limek, playmaker, sets it up. And Curtly all by himself. No defender present. And already a Wallaby down on the pitch injured. There's the kick by Monty. He's got it. That's a dream start for South Africa. Absolutely dream start. Scott Berger on the sideline.
George, not ideal start. Tom Wright knocking on the contestable. But then it was all about tempo. What the box said in the week is tempo, playing with width, and they had that exact.
That's exactly what they had. Tempo in the first setup. Brilliant. 7-0. Here's the restart. Ruck is formed inside of 22. Springboks, Grant Williams, Oxenche coming over to lend a hand. Here comes a Bucks kick over the top. Well, a little shove on Grant Williams after the fact. Doesn't quite get to the 10-meter line. And it's taken by Emmett Etzebeth. Brilliant work. Arnsey contested, but it went over to Etzebeth. Monty sends it wide. He's got Fossey. Fossey kicks it down. And it goes straight into touch. First mistake by the Springboks is Fossey kicking it straight into touch. Terrible broadcast coverage here from Supersport. Absolutely terrible stuff. Monty Limek was a playmaker. That's correct. Never denied his ability to make plays. All right, line out to Australia. Goes to Harry Wilson, the captain. Here comes Nick White. Offloads the ball. So the first mistake of the game by the Bucks is painful. Let's see what happens. Malcolm Marks tries to get the ball. Nothing doing there. Nice pass behind the back. Beautiful stuff. Kicked over the top by the Wallabies. Looking for that space in the back there. And Ed will find him if it chases it down. And Ed spins. And there's a high tackle. Come on, man. There's a high tackle. There you go. Ed will find him have a tackle around the neck twice. Second time they call it. Big mistake by the Wallabies there. That'll get the Springboks out from under the pump. 4:37 in the contest now, folks. There's a high tackle there. Kick down the pitch by Money. All right, he's been cautioned already. He didn't use the same mark. Ben O'Keefe says, Monty, I give you the mark. I want you to stay on the mark. So he did not stay on the mark. That's a terrible headache. Could have ripped the guy's freaking ACL out doing that stuff. And Sia Khaleesi put his arms up right away like, what? Is there going to be a penalty here? And there was. Malcolm Marks, first line out of the game. Gianluca Antonecchi there. And it's taken down by Lutiager. Grant Williams and Escom, Marco, Van Staden drives forward almost to midfield. Good breakdown work by the Bucks thus far. Over the top goes Grant Williams. Chases on. Who's going to get there? Etzebeth goes down there. Etzebeth has it. Yeah, Booker. Evan Etzebeth, mighty man. He wasn't very impressive in his last outing. Grant Williams kicks it forward, looking for that little space back there. And he's found Curtly Arnsey. Arnsey has the ball 10 meters out. Look, went backwards. Oh, now he says it's a knock-on. Curtly Arnsey lost it forward. Scrum to Wallabies. I thought it was a knock-on. Curtly Arnsey knocked it on in the tackle. Brilliant kick by Grant Williams and went right to Kurt Lee. But then he lost it going forward. I thought that was backwards. So it'll be a scrum to the Wallabies. A lot of empty seats in the back of the try zone here. Very disappointing. Where are the South Africans at? One of 34 caps. 10th most cap player of all time. Supersport trying something different with Skalkberger and someone else down the sidelines, adding commentary as the game goes. Crouch. Bind. Nick White to put it in. Set. This is where the Bucks need to dominate in the scrum. And they push hard. Nothing doing. And it blows up, but the Wallabies get it out. Over in the middle, Monty Libak. Big tackle on his part. He and Grant Williams. Warning the Springboks to stay on side. Khaleesi comes in for the counter ruck and he backs off. Nick White kicks it down the pitch. It's going to find touch. If he's not part of the ruck, don't touch him. Etzebeth being warned. Yeah, Nick White said he was going to retire. James Slipper, 148. He's the third most capped player in history. He's out there today. So Malcolm Marks with a line out here, 45 meters. Marks is moving around. He better be careful. He's going to get warned for that. They go deep, and it's stolen by the Wallabies. Bad decision by Etzebeth there. Not to go up. They went deep to Lutiager. Oh, Springboks, I think, were offside. But they turned it over? No. Wallabies still have it. Nick White inside his 10-meter line on my left-hand side of my screen. Coming from north to south. This carried forward and a turnover. And that's a makeable kick. The Springboks going to go for the corner. Malcolm Marks poaches the ball. He jackals that ball away. And this is an easy makeable kick. Are we going to take the kick or are we going to go for the corner? They're going for the post. The area of the Joburg is too dangerous, scientists. I've been there. I've left my car at Marble Arch and took the bus. And almost didn't make it back there. Yeah, the area's gone from bad to worse. It's horrible. This is absolutely atrocious super sport broadcasting coverage here. Monty Libak's kicks are only 64% at test level. 64%. It's an easily makeable kick. And he's going to get it. 10-0 Springboks. $10-0. Australia will restart the game from midfield. Nick White. It's going to be down the middle of the pitch. And Dutoy goes up. Peter Steph Dutoy. PSTD. Kicked high into the air. Doesn't go very far. And good job by the Wallabies come away, but then they lose it forward. Picked up by Etzebeth. He's got it. He sends it over the middle. Overthrows it. But it bounces for Fossey. Fossey now. He's going to kick it forward. Chases on. Nice kick by Fossey, but right into the arms of Tom Wright. And here come the Wallabies. O'Connor. Oh, big hit over there by the Springboks. Picked up. The ball's loose. Kick forward. Going backward down towards the 22. The chase is on. And we'll find him if he gets it. Does he keep it in play? No, he's in touch. Oh, and we'll find him ever had a boot in touch. Rossi looks like he's lost some weight. Is he on Ozempic? Ed will find him over, turned on the afterburners, picked that ball up. And there's foot's in touch. Yep. Just got that 1 foot in touch. My goodness. Springboks are playing well. So it's a line out to the Wallabies after it went in touch. They got it. Wilson comes down with it, sends it back, charging into the line. But there's Malcolm Marks. Tackles made, ruckus for him. Nick White to pull it out of the back. Told to use it once already. Can't get it. He's got his barbershop quartet mustache. Charged down by Peter Steph to Malcolm Marks, but they get it away. Finds touch. Springboks get the ball about 37 meters away from the try line. Nick White. Thanks to 217 people here and whoever just became a subscriber. Really do appreciate that. That was Retha Swart. Okay, thank you, Retha. Folks, if you're not a subscriber, please become one. Help us get to 10,000. Be great to see if we make it today, but I doubt it's going to happen. Eben Etzebeth comes down with the line out. Marco van Staden to Grant Williams. Williams over the center. Monty throws it backwards, lost, and Curtly Arnsey has to clean up the mess, goes back to midfield. Then he offloads to Fossey. Fossey over midfield, down about the 10-meter line. Back to the middle. Eben Etzebeth. Oh, big charge. He gets the ball back to Grant Williams. Grant gets it over to the right. Here we come. Lubbock. Here comes Jesse Creel on the loose. Back to Peter Steph to Toy. Off it to Andre Esterhuizen. Bucka. Yes. Oh, baby. It's on like Donkey Kong. Woo. Oh, my goodness. I smell a whitewash. Woo. My goodness. Andre Esterhuizen. His first ever try? Seriously? All those caps? Woo! Man, oh man. Brilliant stuff. They're just smoking them. Jesse Creel broke loose, then a beautiful pass to Peter Steph Dutoy, who was waiting for Esterhuizen, and there's your try, folks. Andre Esterhuizen with a try. On fire. Woo! Monty hit the post. Monty Lubbock hit the post. Damn. Esterhuizen. Yeah, Eista. Yeah, Eista. A big smile from Rossi up in the booth. Here's a restart. Short. And the Wallabies come away with it. Well done. Good chase by Dylan Peach. Nick White digs it out. Just 13 minutes into the contest, and Australia's down by 15 already. Should be 17. Marco van Staden gets run over, but makes the tackle. Gets out of the way. Nick White goes to the far side. Will Skelton. First touch. James O'Connor tackled over there. Khaleesi gets away. Wallabies still have the ball, but they're going backwards. Slipper. Oh! Oh, look at that tackle by Esterhuizen and Marco van Staden at midfield. They just buried the Wallaby player. Kick through. That's going to go into touch. Take some of the pressure off, but Wallabies were going nowhere. Excuse me. What a tackle, man. Oof. All right. So Bucks line out. Nearly 15 minutes gone now. Just outside the 22 on their side of the pitch, south side of the stadium. Etzebeth comes down with it on the line out. Marco van Staden charges into the line, gets past the 22. Call to use it. Grant Williams, box kick over the top. Goes to about the 10-meter line. And then Curtly Arnsey, he steals it. Well done. Bucks are playing well on the high ball. And Luke DeJager comes charging through midfield, not held in the tackle. He gets up and goes again. Almost down to the 10-meter line. Great work by Lutiager. Back to Monty Lubbock. Lubbock, Esthuizen. Esthuizen goes wide. Fossey. They get Fossey at midfield. Jesse Creel digs it out. Jesse Creel looking. Does the dummy. Cuts through. Places the ball. Gets help. And then Grant Williams cuts through. Gets it back to Ox and Shea. Ox driving forward. Down to the 10-meter line. Good work by the Springboks here. Monty Lubbock coming wide. Fossey dances. Gets it off to Esthuizen. He's tackled. Ball's available. Monty comes out to Fossey. Fossey dances, goes back inside. Boy, they're always on just on the verge of breaking through here. Lutiager putting some good minutes in here. Grant Williams with the ball. Comes to the near side now. He hits Marco van Staden. Everybody's involved in this game. They're driving forward. It's a maul. Down to the 22. Ball's available. Grant Williams back to the middle. To Etzebeth. To Lubbock. Lubbock goes wide. He's got Creel. Jesse Creel. Jesse Creel. 2 players. Now he's got some help. Ball's placed. Oh, it's stolen as he was tackled. Fraser McWright made it, but then the Wallabies on the outside, but nobody to throw it to. And it's back to the Springboks, and Etzebeth has it. Etzebeth, 3 Wallabies. He releases the ball back to Williams. We've got Oxen Shea driving. Now we've got Malcolm Marks. He's tackled. Grant Williams brings it up towards the middle. Monty Lubbock does a fake dummy. Fossey. He's got Fossey. Fossey to Marco van Staden. Inside to 22. He throws it forward. Picked up by Kirtley Arnsey. Does a little dance. And Kirtley down to 10 meters away. The Bucks are knocking. High tackle once again. High tackle. It's an advantage for the Bucks. 8 meters away. They go towards the center. Lutiager throws it to Lubbock. Lubbock to Etzebeth. Etzebeth sees a gap. Gets up. Few more meters. Sia Khaleesi, pick and go. Sia Khaleesi. Khaleesi's over. Bucka, bucka, bucka. Oh, yeah. Sia Khaleesi with a try. Absolute brilliance. And the round is on. 17 minutes in. Right under the post. Oh, my goodness. The Wallabies are getting destroyed. Sia Khaleesi with his 13th try. And people say he's not good in the number 8 jersey. He's doing fine in that jersey. Bounced off a tackle, defeated another tackle, goes right under the post. Sia Khaleesi. Wow. Mounting Lubbock now, 15 seconds on the clock. He has a bad habit letting that clock run out. Let's not do that. Here's the kick. There it is. $22-0. The All Blacks will be watching this footage. That's a brilliant try by Sia Khaleesi. Just wonderful work there. Oh, man, this is a machine. Let's change here. Up, HIA. Marco van Staden's out, and Quagga Smith comes in. Quagga Smith's in it. Grant Williams now goes to the short side. Far side, Etzebeth offloads that ball. Is it in touch? No. Malcolm Marks picks it up. Springboks still have the ball. Khaleesi off his feet. That's going to be a penalty for going off his feet. Yep. Thank you very much there, Arctic. Starbucks must fall. I don't really know what that means. I need Starbucks to do well. I have stock in it, my retirement fund. So, Khaleesi making a mistake there. So, 2 mistakes so far. What song is this?
They need to wrestle something back. This set piece or no, this set here is crucial. McWright, good tackle. No one around for the Springboks. I mean, Williams has to make the clean.
What is that song? Anybody identify that song for me? I keep asking. Nobody does it. Ball is loose by Wallabies, but they pick it up. Not where it was supposed to go. Lenny Tau with his first carry. He's tackled by Malcolm Marks. Wallabies now. Will Skelton carries forward. And they have the advantage. Offside by the Springboks. Thank you, Beyond the Mainstream, for your subscription. Wallabies kick it down there deep. Come on, Fossey. Fossey almost muffed that. He got it. Tackle at the 5-meter line. Going back for the penalty. Nothing there. Boy, O'Keefe is being very, very demonstrative in his calls here. We're going back. We're going back. There's nothing there. That's from Steve? I didn't know that was Steve's song. Thank you for that. I didn't know that was Steve's. Okay. Thank you for that, Rudolph. 21 minutes into the contest. So far, big goose egg. Wallabies going to kick for the corner now. James O'Connor. Yeah, you're right. They're talking too much. All right. It'll be a line out for the Wallabies. Not the best of line. It's about 16 meters away. 21 minutes off the clock. Springboks scoring more than a point per minute. We got a penalty here, I think, against... It wasn't straight. So they turn it over. Wallabies turn it over. Etzebeth fell trying to get to that ball. "22 minutes into the contest. Yes, it's morning for me. It's 11:36. Crouch. Bind. Set. Grant Williams puts it in the pipe. It's going nowhere. It collapses on the far side. Grant Williams gets it out. Told to play. Esterhuizen with a carry. Try scoring Esterhuizen. They go back to Ox and Shea the other direction. Ox picks up a couple meters. Places the ball. Call to use it from Grant Williams. He fakes him out, and he gets a clean kick away. That'll find touch. And it'll be a Wallabies line out beyond the 10-meter line. Good clearance. I was going to say Buck from Blair. Yeah, that makes more sense. Thank you. Thank you, Isla. It didn't sound like Steve Hoffmeyer. So I'm like, that kind of caught me by surprise, Steve. It sounds, yeah, Buck from Blair. That makes more sense. Okay, so the Wallabies now with a line out at about 44 meters. That's not straight! That's not straight! Oh my gosh, he threw it behind the line. Oh my goodness, come on, O'Keefe. You should have seen that one. And a penalty against the Springboks. Monty Libbek on the wrong side of the ruck. But that was not straight. That was not straight. It was more egregious than the one they called a few minutes ago down the 5-meter line. So Springboks are dorking around here. You're not going to be running up the score. Don't just run up for 15 minutes and then surrender. All right, 24-15 into the contest. A lot of empty seats, folks. A lot of empty seats. Inside of 22. That one's successful. It goes to Harry Wilson. They bring it away. Nick White kicks it over the top. Chases on. Who's going to get there? Up bounces high. Good job by Elbow. Found him over to secure it. Springboks up to about 12 meters now. Elbow found him over saved the day there. Picked up one-handed by Lute Yager. He goes forward. Just picks it up from back of the ruck and runs around. Brilliant work by Lute Yager there. Call to use it. Monty Libbek's got to get it out of there. I don't know where Grant Williams is at. Oxen Shea. Grant Williams is at the bottom of that pile. He had to come in there and form that ruck. Now he's going to have it. He sends it back to Monty. Monty, clearance kick. That looks like a good kick. Finds touch. Wow, that's beautiful. Nice clearance kick by Monty Libbok. (25-18) now. Wallaby fans in force in the stands. Australians coming to South Africa. The Wallabies will have this at the 48-meter line on the Springboks side of the pitch. A lot of the game being played on this side, but the Springboks scoring all the points. Nick White over the center to James O'Connor. Len Ikitau. Ikitau's tackled at midfield. Peter Steph to... Oh, Grant Williams nearly gets it. Don't know if he hit it. It's a knock-on. So it's a knock-on against Springboks. So there's a knock-on advantage here that the Wallabies are playing. Call to use it. Kicked over the top by Nick White. Advantage is over. The near side. Monty Libbok trying to get to that. And the Wallabies come away with it. They throw it away. Malcolm Marks cleans up the mess. Bucks get the ball back. And not releasing is the call. James Slipper in there. Not releasing. So they're going to go for the post or the corner. I think they got to go for the corner, trailing 22-0. What is this? What is? If you do not context, you can throw it not straight. Huh? Who's limping? Yeah, it's a good steal. Well, a bit of a crock roll there by Peter Steph du Toit. Lucky he didn't get that. Flipping a play over. So the Wallabies get inside to 22 now. Line out is straight this time. They go over the middle. Tom Hooper's driven back to the 22 by Sia Khaleesi and Malcolm Marks. Will Skelton with another carry. Harry Wilson, the captain. Wallabies trying to build something to go wider. Let Swahili. Nick White coming back. Skelton tackle there. Ball's available. It's been a steel wall so far for the Springboks. 5 phases. Khaleesi rolls away. In the middle of the pitch, another tackle. Peter Steph du Toit making a tackle. Their defensive line speed is really on top. Quagga Smith offside over the top. Ruck was formed. Penalty on Quagga Smith. Springboks going to get warned here pretty soon about all these penalties. Discipline is really lacking. Ikitau is on the loose. Down the sideline. It's going to be a try for the Wallabies. Dylan Peach gets a try. Stupid mistakes by the Springboks. They played brilliantly 15 minutes. It's been less brilliant since then. Uh-oh. Shut up. I'm trying to hear what the official's saying. Good Lord. So they've been warned. Sia Khaleesi was warned about the penalties. Opus Live as Life is playing. Oh, if you don't contest the line out. That's a new rule. Here's the kick. And it's going to go wide. So 22-5. Thank you for explaining what you're saying. So I had no idea what you're trying to say. Easy try for the Wallabies. Easy try. So we haven't seen Marco van Staden come back. It's been 15 minutes. I think he's out. Here's a kick inside the 22. Taken back there by Harry Wilson. And Etzebeth is there for the tackle along with Malcolm Marks. 30 minutes off the clock now. What started as a brilliant game for the Springboks has degenerated into a less than impressive performance. Quagga Smith over the ball. Wallabies with the ball, going wide. O'Connor. Wallabies go wide to the far side of the pitch, east side of the stadium. Nick White, back to James Slipper. Slipper drives forward. Etzebeth makes the tackle. Ruck is formed again. Box on side. Nick White. Box kick. Goes low. Bounces into touch. Oh, there he is. He's back. Marco van Staden's coming back in. It was an HIA. All right, cool. Marco van Staden is back. All right, from the 42-meter line, Malcolm Marks to throw it in for the Springboks. Oh, and to go to see a Khaleesi. Grant Williams. Oh, there goes Andrew Esterhuizen. He's loose. Esterhuizen inside of 22. Still going. Still going. Still going. They can't get him. 8 meters away. Esterhuizen. Brilliant work. Etzebeth now. Throws the ball backwards. Picked up by Malcolm Marks. Marks over the first tackler. Still going. What great work by Esterhuizen. Oh, Marco van Staden, a forward pass. Oh, obstruction. Oh, and Khaleesi's down. Uh-oh, he's grabbing his knee. I hope that's not serious. Obstruction called. And Khaleesi's down, looking at his knee. Peach, we might have a... Oh, yeah. That should be a card on Peach. Peach hit Khaleesi in the head. Wow. That's probably a broken jaw, the way he's grabbing. He's got blood coming out. Oof, that's ugly. That's ugly. He's leaving the pitch. Yeah, Kellaway's coming in for him. Peach is out. The try score. Looks like a broken jaw to me. Could have been a card. Could have been a card for a high tackle. It wasn't head-to-head. It was shoulder. Shoulder to jaw. See a Khaleesi getting his knee taped up. I hope he's all right. Doesn't look like he wants to come out. 31:55 off the clock here. Springboks looking pretty sloppy until then. All right, he's staying in the game. Huge. Him staying in there.
Because there was no contact with the hip. The TMO's reviewed. Yeah.
I disagree with TMO. I saw head contact. Thank you for the subscription, Anarchy. Appreciate you being here. 22-5, 32 minutes off the clock, so it's going to be the Wallabies ball after all that. Obstruction is the call against the Springboks. Wallabies kick it to the side. It goes into touch. Joe Schmidt up in the booth, Wallabies coach. Trying to rebuild this shambles of a franchise. Wallabies have been atrocious the past couple of years, but they're showing some signs of life this year. Nick White, after a successful lineout. They go wide. That's a forward pass by at least 5 meters. Kellaway down the pitch, out to the wing. Tom Wright. And Kurtley Arnsey had to cover it. Kurtley Arnsey had to come all the way from the left wing across the pitch to get that ball. Save a try. Well, the Wallabies looking a lot better all of a sudden. But that was a forward pass by a mile. So, Monty Lubbock. That doesn't go anywhere. And somehow the Bucks get it. Jesse Creel on the wing. He kicks it away. Now that's more like it. That bounces. Oh, that's brilliant. Down inside at 22, it's going to go before the Wallabies pick it up in about 15 meters. And Tom Wright kicks it into touch. That went really well for the Springboks, who nearly gave up a try. Thank you, Kurt Arnsay, for preventing that try. Then Jesse Creel with a great kick there. Well, he has chiseled Jesse Creel. 33-40. Hey, Marilyn, how's it going? All right, they need another try here. They've lost momentum. They've had 55% possession. Line out is good to Pieter-Steph du Toit, Grant Williams, Lubbock to Khaleesi. Khaleesi drives forward. Up to midfield. Grant Williams comes back to the center of the pitch. Lutiager fires that ball. Fossey now. Fossey, not held the tackle, gets up and goes. Oxenche drives forward. Grant Williams to Pieter-Steph du Toit. Back to the 10-meter line we come. Grant Williams to Etzebeth. Etzebeth driving through that line. Wow. Carrying 3 Wallabies. Grant Williams back to the middle to Lutiager. Over to Malcolm Marks. Tackle, release. Middle of the pitch now. Grant Williams digs it out. Sends it wide to Lubbock. Lubbock finds Jesse Creel. He's got Khaleesi sprinting on the outside. What a side entry. Come on, man. What is this? The ball wasn't out. I disagree with that call entirely. But there's space on the near side as Fossey dances. He sees a gap, but he didn't get there fast enough. He's tackled short of the 22. Pieter-Steph du Toit playing scrum half. He says, to heck with it. I'm running. Driving forward. Picks up another 6 or 7 meters. And the Wallabies not rolling away. Oxenche. Brought down by Harry Wilson. Grant Williams now goes back to the center. Lutiager to Lubbock. Lubbock does the dummy. Then he decides to go wide. He's got Khaleesi on the outside again. Khaleesi driving forward off to Esterhuizen. He's short. And where's the ball at? The Wallabies have it, but they're in touch. Andre Esterhuizen is a wrecking ball today against the Wallabies. A penalty against the Springboks for being off their feet. The crowd is booing with good reason. With good reason. Got another. Len Likitau's got a little bit of a niggle there. "36 minutes off the clock. No, that's no penalty. That's crap. That's a terrible call. Kurt Leonce got over top that ball. James Slipper getting treatment now. All right, so Wallabies have a line out short of their 22 now. Not challenged, and Wilson falls down. Ruck is formed. Wallabies, Nick White at the back of that trying to get it out. It's been told to use it once already. Oh, boy, Etzebeth nearly got that one. It's a flat kick, but it's going to go in touch. It only went about 10 meters, so it worked out very well for the Springboks. Nick White not happy about that. The pressure from Etzebeth really causing him to kick that too soon. 37-14 in the contest now. Let's get another try before halftime. Malcolm Marks now, 28 meters away. Bucks come up to the line out. Etzebeth, Pieter-Steph du Toit, Khaleesi, and Lutiager. And it's stolen by the Wallabies. Man, sloppy line-out work from the Springboks. That's going to be a 50-22. No, keep going. Yeah, over the dead ball line. Yes. That's going to come all the way back. O'Connor kicked that ball. Going to come all the way back. Springboks got lucky there. High felt. Thinner oxygen. The ball carries. El Maria, what's up? Welcome. Be sure to hit the like button, folks, if you haven't done. If you're not a subscriber, join us here. Desperately trying to get to that 10,000 mark, and we're not there. Not even close. Still need 302 people to get to that 10,000 mark. 38-18 now. This is only the third scrub. Set. Minute and a half left in the first half. Oh, big drive from the Springboks. Come on, there's the penalty advantage. Grant Williams. Come wide, fellas. You got space out here. Fossey through the middle. Fossey gets it back. There's no one there. Picked up by Jesse Creel. Cleans up the mess at the 22. Jesse Creel does a great job to save that possession. Grant Williams back over the middle. Peter Steph Dutoy. Going to come back for the penalty advantage. They should have let that play on. I don't understand that. They were on the move there. Why did they take that away from them? Kick to the corner and do the line out. Kick to the corner. Kick to the corner. Clock's still ticking, 30 seconds left. Kick to the corner. On the 15-minute mark. Looking for the corner is money. Not going to find it. And thank you, Danielle Murray, for subscribing. Appreciate that. Hooter's going to go off in a second here. Malcolm Marks now with a line out for the Springboks deep. Not deep enough. There's the Hooter.
Half-time Hooter sounds in the background.
Line out successful. Ball's on the ground. Where's it at? And it's kicked in a touch by Nick White. That's halftime. Wow. Halftime, folks. Springboks came out on fire, but then just went quiet. They haven't scored since the 15-minute mark or thereabouts. 3 tries. Close to that bonus point in the first half. All right, halftime coming up here, folks. Wow, that went fast. That went very fast. At least it seemed like it went fast. Only 45 minutes for that half. 22-5 at the end of the first half. And time once again for Springbok Glory. Don't leave on us, folks. Don't leave. We'll give you some analysis, halftime stats as we go through halftime. Here it is, Springbok Glory.
Under the southern sun, the green and gold shine bright. On the field of honor, they battle with all their might. From the scrums to the tries, they always find their way. Springboks rising higher day after day. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation standing tall and true. Better than the rest in every test they pursue. From the dusty fields to the world stage they've roared. Legends carved in history, their spirit soared. In the hearts of a nation, they ignite the flame. Every tackle, every try, echoing their name. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation standing tall and true. Better than the rest in every test they pursue. Through the blood, the sweat, the tears, Win, 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 they can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation standing tall and true. Better than the rest in every test they pursue.
Springbok glory at halftime there, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. Hope that's something you found interesting. Whoops, I got all kinds of feed screw-ups here. I'm suddenly getting the Afrikaans feed. Super Sports sucks. They suck royally. They just terrible broadcasting. The only reason they do anything is because they've got a monopoly. So, yeah, Springboks just win, win, win. They sealed off the ball. How did exactly, Charles? I don't understand that. I saw that too. They sealed that puppy off. Yep. So halftime in the Rugby Championship, Castle Lager Series, and the Wallabies are in Ellis Park in Joburg, trailing 22-5 as the sun sets over the Highveld. Yep. So exciting stuff. The Springboks nearly got themselves a bonus point for 4 tries in the first half, but didn't get it done. So some really good performances. Grant Williams is distributing the ball very well. Etzebeth has shown up. Andre Esthuizen has been a monster. So Monty Libbek has missed a kick. So the Super Sports got Victor Matfield talking. Some very physical play from the Springboks. A nice tackle here at midfield in that first half. Brilliant job. Yep. Now, 3 minutes and 44 seconds into this broadcast, there were almost nobody, well, not nobody, but a lot of empty seats in the stands. It's surprising. It's broad daylight when it started, but now it's getting dark in Joburg. Looking for some halftime stats, which have yet to show up. Victor Matfield chatting down on the sideline. I think Luke Diager's been amazing this game, too. I'd say so far that Ebel Fondemever had some nice moves, but Jesse Creel's been amazing. Esthuizen has been off the charts. Grant Williams has been fantastic. Khaleesi's played well. Peter Steff's played well. Marco van Staden was injured, came back. Luke Diager's been playing very well so far. Yep. What a first half. Well, it's a shame that they lost some momentum. No, I don't do commentary on fighting. Mark Doss says, great commentary. Love your passion. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. We need to get more people to subscribe to the channel. We get over that 10,000. That's a magic mark for me. I mean, Forever Sports, I guess that's what they do. They're making themselves a business, but I'm sorry, I don't mean to pick on them, but their commentary is kind of boring. They got 90,000 subscribers now. And my channel, I don't know why I don't pick up those subscribers anyway. But we keep it going. We'll keep trying. But Esthuizen's just been amazing in this game. And Khaleesi had a brilliant try as well. Got his leg taped up. He's okay. Etzebeth done some great work on the high ball. That's one thing that Bucks have done very well today is the high ball. They played very well against it. But let's see what we got on the bench for the second half. We got Bongi can come in. Franco Mostart, Cobus Reinach, Kanan Moody, Damien Willems, all top-flight players. The cozy corner. Skalkberger.
In the game, it's at altitude. You saw the box through extended play. When the ball was in play for a long amount of phases, the box gets stronger and stronger. The line speed drops off. Gain line becomes there.
Yeah, and as the game wears on, the altitude, because the Wallabies definitely don't play at altitude, so it'll likely have an impact in this first game. Maybe not so much next week. But the Springboks done a fantastic job securing that ball on the kicks. It's just really been amazing. Etzebeth especially. Debbie Fox, 140 Rand. Thank you. The super chat. Rudy Holtzhausen, long time. Where have you been? Showing great Bucks no longer with us and others now in retirement. It's the history of the Springboks. There's Brian Habana. Yeah, the kicking game has been fantastic in this game. The Super Sports got their announcers in the try zone with a little table. They're going to have to move that as the game comes back. Yes, Eben has been massive in the up and under follow-ups. He's just been brilliant on that high ball. Yep. But they really kind of lost that momentum from about 20 minutes on. "17 minutes in, 22 points. And here we are now at 40 minutes and 22 points. That's got to be a small victory of sorts for the Wallabies to keep the things from stretching on any further. I think we lost at about 20 minutes when we lost to Robert Franklin Moore. We went in idle mode. That's the problem with Springboks. They'll go into idle mode. Okay, finally some stats coming up here. Territory, 58% South Africa. 3 tries to 1. Who the heck is contacting me over here? Lineouts won. Springboks won 6 of their 8. Australia 8 of their 9 lineouts. Scrums won. South Africa has won both of their scrums. The Wallabies have won their scrum. Only 3 scrums in the first half. South Africa's made 50 tackles. Australia's made 89. That speaks volumes about what's been going on. Tackles missed. South Africa's missed 4. Australia's missed 12. Handling errors, 3 for South Africa, 6 for the Wallabies. Turnovers, South Africa 1, Australia's had 5. Wow. You can see the Vodacom Tower in the background and pink skies off in the distance, but it's darkness over Ellis Park. And halftime. There's your halftime stats, folks. The Castle Lager incoming series, the Rugby Championship with the Wallabies in town for 2 games. Next week they'll play in Cape Town. Then the Springboks, I think, go off to New Zealand after that, or do they have 1 game against Argentina at home first? So, it's fit, they'll cope. Yeah, they're fit, but they need to not lose that momentum. How did I miss the forward pass Australian try? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Charles. Did I not say that? Before we even went down the sideline, that's a forward pass. That's a forward pass. That's a forward pass. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, some of these are so obvious. But, yeah, like I said, Ben O'Keefe's not my favorite official. He's all right, but not my favorite. Make some pamphlets. I'll hand it out to the robot. It's interpretation purpose. Oh, Andre, that's funny. Excuse me. That's funny. 404 people currently here. Halftime, folks. Springboks up 22-5. And that one try they let leak was unfortunate. And, again, as Charles and I both agree, it was a forward pass. Okay, so there's an Argentina game there. Is that Nelspruit? Yeah, and then they go to New Zealand for 2 games, and then they play the final game in Argentina. Yeah, Truth and Justice was a mile forward. I don't know if it was a mile forward, but it was certainly forward. Yeah. Anyway, definitely. Yeah, but anyway, O'Keefe has definitely been demonstrative in this game, making sure people hear what he's got to say, and he's warned both sides about multiple infringements inside the 22. And so we'll see how that goes in the second half. Darkness descends in Johannesburg now. The criminals run wild. So I hope everyone that goes to the game gets home safely tonight, not robbed, cars not broken into, lives not put in jeopardy. Oh, bats flying around. There's some bats flying. Oh, there's a bunch of bats flying around. I know they're not birds because birds don't fly like that. These are bats, man. They're up near the lights. All right, so what happened for Rudy? Got engaged. Whoa, Rudy's getting married. You poor bastard. I mean, congratulations. We'll have a wake for Rudy. Just kidding. Yeah, anyway, congratulations on your engagement there, Rudy. Hank says, for your patriotic commentary, we appreciate it. Yeah. It's my pleasure, Hank. Been a Springbok fan since the 1980s. Last line, the Aussies went up, disrupted the ball, and then sealed off the ball to the box. It wasn't even subtle. Yep, he just wanted to get to his coffee. I think you're right, Charles. Truth and Justice, better chance to get robbed in Cape Town. Nah, that's nonsense, Truth and Justice. I can walk safely from DHL Greenpoint Stadium back to my hotel. I've done it. I did it the last time I was there. Walk back to my hotel. Yep, not a problem. Safe. Tons of cops out there. Not a problem. I can't walk from Ellis Park. No. Don't even dare try to do that. They're not Joe Berg drones, the bats. Hilwerk's laughing. Oh, my goodness, folks. At least we have a good sense of humor about it. All right, good. We're back to a good-sized audience. I was wondering where that audience was at. We had almost no views in the first half. People must have tried other broadcasts and found out how crappy the other commentators were. If you're not a subscriber, could you please become one? It doesn't cost you anything. We really would appreciate it. Trying to get to that 10,000 mark, and I don't know if I'm going to make it this year. Maybe in November I'll make it with the test series, but I'm not going to be able to cover the games going forward from here because I leave tomorrow to go to England for the Women's Rugby World Cup. I'll be covering the Rugby World Cup from England, and I'll be at the first game, England versus USA. Got my USA jersey, and looking forward to it. But I won't be able to cover these games because they're on at the same time that I'll be at rugby for the next 3 weeks.
That was easy.
So please become a subscriber. Hit that subscription button. All right, players start to come back out on the pitch. We can turn off the halftime marker now. Yeah, the Springboks needs to get points from this because the All Blacks are nipping at their heels. Springboks haven't been playing top flight competition thus far, so there's very little chance to gain any points. But the Wallabies could gain them a few points or fractions of a point to go ahead in the standings. Rossi, marry me. Sorry, lady. Rossi's married. Wow, this is your Rainbow Nation crowd. Black folks, white folks, color folks, Indians, all over the crowd. All right, we're ready for the second half now. See, it looks like he's doing all right. I didn't see Gabe McKenzie. Is he in the stands? Thank you, Timeless Memories. I appreciate that. Arna says, go Britain. It's not Britain, it's England. Patrick Mulligan. Hey. I got a friend named Patrick Mulligan. Old Army buddy. There's a Nando's around the corner. I didn't know. Here we go. Ready for the restart. And Ben O'Keefe is telling us when we can go. Here we go. Whistle blows. Second half about to be underway. Mona Libok kicks it. Inside the 22. Wallabies buried immediately. But Springboks not rolling away. Oh, good. Curtly Aronsay does get away. Ruck is formed. Nick White called to use it. Don't do that. He moved his legs back. Nick White's clearance goes into touch. Fossey catches it in touch, and he's just going to go with it. All right, so line out to the Springboks. Their line outs, they lost two of them here. Need to get their act together. They need to pick up the momentum again, too. Squandered that momentum in the first half. They were rolling after 17 minutes, leading 22-0. Malcolm Marks line out. And it's hit in the air by the Wallabies, but Lutiaga managed to get it back. And then the Wallabies come down with it. How is that? They lose another line out. Suddenly they've got line out troubles here. Offside against the Springboks. Len Ikitau with a carry. And he's tackled. Oh, it's the Suwali, not Ikitau. So they're going to come back. Springboks lose their line out and then turn over a penalty. Not a good start to second half. Neil Diamond playing at Ellis Park. Sweet Caroline. Yeah, Khaleesi seems to be okay. Wow. Crowd is really...
Nation, but fighting at line-out time.
Crowd really into the Neil Diamond. Oh, yeah, they're all offside. Every one of them was offside. It's the right call. So they've given Australia, they've gifted them possession, they gifted them field position. My goodness. James Dolman over there on the sideline. Billy Pollard to throw it in. It's knocked backwards. Wallabies with the ball, driving forward. Angus Bell is in the game. When did he come in? Slippers out. Wallabies with the ball outside the 22. Nick White goes wide. Angus Bell, they run right up the middle. That's going to be a try. What the heck was that? Harry Wilson. Who was it scored? That's forward too. That's forward. Oh, that's definitely a forward pass. And a tackle missed by Oxenshea. That's forward. That's forward. That's forward. Crowd is moaning over it too. He said it's clearly passed backwards out of the hands. He's blind as a bat. Ben O'Keefe sucks. He's the worst referee. How can you say that was clearly backwards? Dude, it's so forward. So they steal a try there. Unbelievable. 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 What do they pay Ben O'Keefe? Not enough. Wow. Clearly a forward pass. Even from that angle, from behind the post, I can see it was a forward pass. Unbelievable. 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 That's 2 forward passes, 2 tries. Horrific. Ben O'Keefe really has a vision problem. I thought it was the French officials like to screw South Africa. Apparently it's the Kiwis too. Fossey dances. Ed will find him ever. Tackle in the middle of the pitch. Grant Williams goes back the other way. Monty Lubbock looking for some space. He keeps going. He breaks free. Monty Lubbock slips down. Falls down around 30 meters. Grant Williams gets there to get the ball. Oh, outside to Fossey. Peter Steph du Toit down the sideline. He comes. Ball's placed. Well done. The Bucks now back to the form they were in their first 15 minutes. Etzebeth forward. Careful, Bucks, off your feet. Oxenshea. Driving forward. 5 phases already. Down to about 5 meters. Good job by Ox. South Africa now knocking on the door. That was knocked on by Eben Etzebeth. Peter Steph du Toit, excuse me. Peter Steph du Toit knocked it on. Nobody held the ref's mistakes. Okay, substitutions. Mostart and Quagga Smith are coming in. So who's going out? Is it Lute or is it Eben going out? No, Eben's staying, so Lute Diager's out. All right. So Lute Diager goes out and he put a fine performance in. And Sia Khaleesi goes out, not Marco van Staden, excuse me. So Sia's out and Quagga Smith is in. Sia probably could use a break. His leg looked a little sore. 45 minutes, 20 seconds in. Mistakes being made by South Africa they shouldn't be making here in the second half. 2 tries. Both were forward passes by Australia. Terrible, terrible officiating. Set. Nick White puts it in the pipe. And the Springboks blow them up and no penalty for the tackle at the 6-meter line. Icky Tao with the carrot. Nick White. To Bell. Peter Steph du Toit over top the ball. Ruckus form. Nick White's going to pull it out the 6-meter line. He's going to go for a clearance kick here. He does. Just gets it past Etzebeth. And it's going to bounce into touch. About to 36-meter line. Pretty good. Aussies can leave the field, then the Bucks play against the ref. There you go, Pierre. They'll still find themselves in trouble there. 22-12 and what looked like it was going to be a slaughter here early on. South Africa has not scored since 17 minutes in the game. That's half an hour. Line out successful. They go to Franco Mostart. Quagga Smith with a carry. Driving forward. Not rolling away. No penalty called. Oh, my goodness. Delaying the game there again by the Wallabies. Peter Steph DeToy down the sideline again. A high tackle, not called. Grant Smith grabbed his arm, but he gets the ball off successfully. Down to the 22, coming to Springboks. Grant Williams to Kurt Lee. Edwill Fundamental. Oh, it's intercepted by the Wallabies, but knocked on. It's a whistle. Stop running, for God's sake. The game is stopped. Oh, knocked it on. It was a good read by Tom Wright, but he knocked it on. Wallabies would have had another try there. Edwill Fundamental was waiting for that kick, and it wasn't far enough. Tom Wright closed his eyes and then knocked it on. So scrum to the Springboks on the 15-meter line, near side of the pitch. Going from north to south of the Springboks now, this half. (47-45). South Africa needs to get some points here. They're looking kind of lethargic. Crouch. Bind. Set. Turf is looking really good. Springboks drive them to the ground again. No, now they got a penalty finally. Playing advantage of the Springboks now. Oh, Grant Williams got space. Oh, and they lost it. Oh. Grant Williams had space and it closed up. Fastest guy out there, Grant Williams. So one of the Wallabies is down in the center of the pitch. Mane is going to kick for the corner. Looking for that 5-meter line out. And he's going to have it. All right. Angus Bell. Got a little grass stuck to his face. He's the one that collapsed. And who is this? Is it Suwali? Somebody's getting treatment over there for the Wallabies. 48 minutes, 48 seconds. 600 people here. Hey, folks, if you're not a subscriber, why don't you become one? Join us right here on Rugby at Senate.
That was easy.
Absolutely free. No charge. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to super chat. It'd be nice if you did, but no need for it. All right, trying to get some more subscribers here. We still got 276 to go to get 10,000. Is that? Oh, my goodness. Len Ikital's the one who's down. Ikital got hurt, and he's being helped up now. Andre Esthuizen has brought the heavy lumber today, killing the Wallabies. Oh, excuse me. So Ikital is being limped off the field. That sucks. Tate McDermott comes in. That's unfortunate. Ikital's injured. Line out successful for the Bucks. They're into them all. 6 meters away. At the back is Malcolm Marks. They're told once already. He just got into them all. Call to use it. Grant Williams digs it out. Esthuizen driving through players. They try to strip him. No luck. Williams to Malcolm Marks. They try to take his knees out. He goes down to 5 meters. Grant Williams. Etzebeth down to 2 meters. The Bucks are knocking on the door. And they turn it over for not releasing it. Wow. They turn it over again. General Holomese says in the game, did you see him in the stands or something? So Springboks waste an opportunity there. Etzebeth not releasing. Yep. Yeah, great steal. 50 minutes now. 39-meter line for the Wallabies now. Line out for them. Boy, that guy's got blood all over his face. Line out successful. Nick White. Ball's thrown up in the air, and he got a nice job over here. McDermott's going forward. Wallabies on the front foot here. Right into the hands. Jorgensen gets it. Wallabies down to about 10 meters away. Springboks have got to adjust their defense very quickly here. Zane Nongur. They're playing advantage for offside. Against Van Staden. Springboks screwing up the pooch left and right. This could be a 14-point swing right here. James O'Connor drives forward. He's tackled. Nick White comes wide. Intercepted by Curtly Arnsey. Oh, but he went in touch. Oh, superhuman effort, but it was a penalty anyway. And now we're going to have a conversation. Or are we?
So even so, I don't roll back there because hand was on the ground, so there's no jackal attempt. Okay. And we get an offside down here. It's the first time since the first half that they've entered and you've been penalised before. In the first half, there are multiple offsides and not rolling as well. The next defensive penalty down here is a yellow card. Okay, can I speak to that? Quickly now.
So the first penalty inside of 22 in the second, and Fosse's coming out. Fosse's out. So Damon Willemse comes in. So they've been warned. But so is Australia in the first half. They haven't been warned again in the second half. O'Connor kicks it to the corner. Damien Willemse in the game now for Fosse. Stolen the line out by Peter Steph Dutoy. Oh, boy. Out of the frying pan. Marco van Staden carries forward. Bucks have got to get that ball. I think that got touched. Grant Williams kicks a clearance kick. Didn't go very far. Not even to the 22. $52 minutes now. Yeah, Rossi was jumping up and down the first half. Now he looks kind of morose up in his stands, as well as does Stick, standing there, not happy about this performance. Oh, they stole him by Etzebeth. Lubbock to Jesse Creel. Jesse Creel got Curtly Arnsey. Curtly Arnsey throws it behind Damien Willemse. They throw it away. They're going to go for line out. Turned it over. Shame. Shame, 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 shame. Yep. Time to fire Rossi. I don't think so. Well, they throw that deep. And Nick White got it. And here it comes. Oh, it's stripped away. It's a knock on. Whistle. I thought it was stripped. Yeah, it's a strip. Esterhuizen stripped it. That's not a knock-on. O'Keefe missed that one. That works to our favor. Esterhuizen playing some great defense there. Stripped the ball. Slowed down the momentum. So scrum. Springbok 10-meter line. It's time to do something here to change this around. Crouch. Bind. I'm going to reset that. They popped up straight away. He keeps on a good balance there. Okay, I'll take your word for it, Ben O'Keefe. Didn't look at me like good balance. The guy popped up instantly. Crouch. Bind. Set. Grant Williams puts in the pipe. It collapses on the near side. No penalty called. They go wide outside to Esthuizen. Esthuizen to Kurtley Arnsey. Kurtley Arnsey down the 10-meter line. Grant Williams to Pieter-Steph du Toit. Du Toit, high tackle. Nope, no call. Grabbed him around the neck. Oxenshea. Lubbock. Willemse, his first pass, and it bounces on the ground, and Kurtley Arnsey, Edwin van der Merwe had to wait for it. Van der Merwe down the 10-meter line. Is that Vilko Low out there now? First time we called him. They go wide. Pieter-Steph du Toit throws it back to Kurtley Arnsey. They're down to the 22. Very close to that touchline. Franco Mostart. Franco Mostart goes forward. He's tackled. Grant Williams. Lubbock. Willemse. Willemse in the middle of the pitch, dancing, trying to cut through. Willemse gets through. He's on the loose. Damian Willemse still going. Down to 15 meters. He gets it back to Grant Williams. Williams has Edwin van der Merwe, falls on the turf. His boots gave out from under him. Does a good job pulling his knees in. The guy going touch. Willemse gets hit. Is it a knock-on? It's a knock-on. Damian Willemse lost it forward. Another squandered 5 meters try opportunity by the Springboks. Peter Van Sale tackled the Irish ref Dave McEwen, damaged his shoulder. Ellis Park. Skelton's leaving the pitch for the Wallabies. Placed by Jeremy Williams. Okay. Well, the Springboks looked really impressive for 17 minutes. And since then, 40 minutes of nothing. 40 minutes of nothing. Giving up 2 tries. Behind. Set. Nick White puts it in there. Blown backwards. The Wallabies are shoved backwards and no penalty again. They go all the way to the other side of the pitch. Chase is on. Kurtley Arnsey's running it down. Picked up by Willemse. Willemse over to Lubbock. Lubbock to Van der Merwe. To Pieter-Steph du Toit. He's tackled short of midfield. Grant Williams to Lubbock. Lubbock. And there goes Jesse Creel on the loose. Quagga Smith picks it up and takes off, playing the roll scrum half. Inside the 10-meter line now, coming Springboks. Oxenshea. Oh, and it's intercepted. They throw it right to the Wallabies. Lubbock throws it right to the Wallabies. Edwin van der Merwe gives chase. He's not going to get there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shawali with a try. Unbelievable. Terrible pass by the playmaker, Monty Lubbock. It's cost us 9 points in this game already. Oh, man. 3 unanswered tries by the Wallabies. It's going to be an easy conversion here. There it is, 22-19. Wow. Here goes some changes. Front row being swapped out. Front row changes. All 3 are coming out. 20 minutes left. Fresh front row. Edwin van der Merwe is also coming out. Replaced by Kane and Moody, no doubt. Ball's high into there for the restart. And Wallabies come down with it. Juggled it, but they kept it. 22-19 now. What the heck happened here? 17 minutes in this game. They haven't been around since then. High into the air. The ball's going to be chased. Willemse doesn't get it. It bounces. And it'll be Springboks ball. Schmidt on the verge of the Wallabies doing something they haven't done in a long time, winning at Ellis Park. Bongiambanami's first line out. Sorry, but what's going on? What's the problem? God, he's such an arrogant asshole. Such a rude asshole, Ben O'Keefe. He took the mark from the side judge and he's yelling at Bongiambanami. Bongiambanami, move, no. That wasn't straight and it was contested. Yep. Cobus Reinach is in. Not straight. And that's right, it wasn't straight. Yep, they went up for it, so not straight. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But the bottom line is it was time to change that front row. They weren't getting it done. Bongi, Boenventer, and Atsanate and Labakani are in there now. Their first scrum. 60 minutes gone off the clock. Crouch. Bind. And the whistle blows for early engagement. No gap from Boenventer. So they turned it over. Free kick. Jesse Creel must go. Jesse Creel's been doing fantastic work out there. Fonz, are you watching the same game? Please. They wouldn't have a World Cup if it wasn't Jesse Creel. And Dion Ferree. And Damien Willemse takes the mark inside 22. Kicks it the other way. Let's see where the mark is. Doesn't get to halfway. No. Jesse Creel's amazing. I don't know what you're talking about. Guy makes great tackles, great passes, picks up so many meters. All right, so Billy Pollard to come over for the line out. Springboks in trouble here. This is kicking territory if there's a penalty. Is it stolen? They did get it. Peter Steph du Toit steals it. And the Springboks have it. And the Wallabies have their hands on the ball. Why isn't that a penalty? Slowing down the play, putting your hands in the ruck. Grant Williams. I said Curtis Reinach was coming out, but I still see Grant Williams out there. And Grant Williams is off to the races. Etzebeth to Van Staten on the outside. Grant Williams. Peter Steph du Toit. Lubbock to Willemse. Willemse to Esterhuizen. Esterhuizen to the near side. Jesse Creel. Jesse Creel dances around one tackler. Then he's buried by 3 players. Springboks need to break free. They're starting to get a little bit tight and nervous here. Labakandi's first carry. Lions player. Monty kicks it high into the air. Chases on. It's going to stay outside the 22. Who's going to get it? Curtly Arnsey knocks it on. Oh, backwards by Gold is the call. So not a knock on. No knock on advantage. I thought Kurt Lee dropped it. Outside the 22. Wallabies have the ball. Far side of the pitch. On the east side. Nick White. Going to go box kick. Oh! Etzebeth so close. And the Wallabies come away with it. Advantage for a knock on. Springboks knock it on. And Tom Wright. He breaks free. Here they go. They're going to take the lead. Wilson and the Springboks cut themselves out of the play and the Wallabies lead. Unbelievable. Yeah, he got a cramp or something there late. Wilson with another try. 4 unanswered tries. Wow. $26. So a penalty won't win the game. Kane and Moody missed the tackle. Wow. 26 unanswered points on home turf. Wilson gave it his all. Only 15 minutes remain. Unbelievable. They squandered so many tries down here. I told you it'd be a 14-point swing, and that's exactly what it was. 14-point swing. Nick White. Wow, this has gone from elation in the first half. Wallabies really feeling it after that British and Irish Lions series. 2 of those tries should never have occurred. They were forward passes. And they go wide, and the Springboks are getting burned outside again. Now the Wallabies are going to run up a score against them. No tackle there. Max Jorgensen goes all the way. Oh, my goodness. Absolutely atrocious defense. Max Jorgensen. Now it's a 9-point Wallabies lead. This game, wow. Forward pass, what? Was there a forward pass? I think they're saying it was a forward pass. I can't hear the officials. Shut up this sideline stuff. It's not forward pass. I didn't see it as forward pass. Wow. Wow. This is unreal. 13 minutes left. Crowd's jeering. Kick's good. 33. Now we need 2 converted tries. Wow. "17 minutes into the game, they just quit playing. Just quit playing. This is like watching Alistair Coetzee Springboks. That's what this is. Unbelievable. Inside of 22, they let it bounce. And the Springboks are slow getting there. Etzebeth finally gets there for the tackle. Ball was just bouncing on the turf. Anybody's play. 12 and a half minutes remain. Springboks have got to steal one here. Rico Mostart didn't even try to block that. McDermott kicks it in a touch. Yeah, Maz, a lot can happen, but they're not playing for beans. Terrible work at the line out, so it's been killing the Springboks. Bongi couldn't get it straight last time. This time they get it. Etzebeth throws it to the ground. Nice job by Kobus Reinek to save that. Digging it off the turf. Jesse Creel. Kobus Reinek. Mostart. Wide. Esterhuizen doing the damage again. Esterhuizen gets it back to Monty Libbik. He gets it outside to Kane and Moody. Reinek digs it out. Etzebeth. Driving forward. Tackle made. Hands in the rock. Come on, man. That's bullshit. Wallabies had their hands touching that ball. They moved the ball on the ground. Now here, not rolling away, slowing the ball down. Etzebeth. That's 2 penalties that should have been called on the Wallabies right there. We're down to 11 minutes left. They've got to score quickly here. Oh, Jesse Creel nearly breaks through. Down to about the 24-meter line. Kobus Reinek. Reinek finds his space. Kobus Reinek. It went off a knee. So the Wallabies have it. How do they get that ball? Jesse Creel makes a tackle. Ball's available. Wallabies have it. The Springboks turn over 10 meters out. That's a third time now. 3 tries they've squandered down here. Taking all day here. No call to use it. Finally a call to use it. Kicked away by Tate McDermott. And that went into touch. Pretty good kick, actually. Springboks will have the ball now. Wow, they haven't won here since 1963. 1963. Wow. They're just giving us away to the All Blacks. And they lose the line out again. Oh, Quagga Smith can't pick it up. Tate McDermott with the ball. He's tackled. Another turnover by the Springboks. They're just going through the motions now. They're just going through the motions. This is pathetic. Jeez. Since we took Malcolm Marks out, the Lions have really gone bad. And they're really going slow here. McDermott taking all day to kick that ball. And Kane Moody comes down with it at midfield. And he's going to turn it over for not releasing the ball. Come on, the guy's off his feet. How about that? Bowen Fenter goes forward, midfield. Cobus Reinach over the top. Kane Moody comes down the sideline for it. He knocks it backwards. It's a knock on by Quagga Smith. Advantage over. Straight into touch. And so it's going to come back. The Springboks catch a break with just 8 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. This one they got to score. They're 28 meters away. Wow. Here's a lineup. Need a good one here. Not challenged for once. That was a mistake by the Wallabies. Van Staden. Ball's available. Cobus Reinach. They do that setup. Hoist. Grant Williams is still out there. Didn't know he stayed in the game. Jesse Creel picks it up and goes. Gets it back to Etzebeth. Etzebeth spins. Bucks have got to score quickly. 8 minutes left. And they turn it over again. Side entry. That one's against Jesse Creel. Oh, my goodness. Wow. This is pathetic. We're going to drop to second place in the world standings. Wow. Unbelievable. Eight of the last 10 penalties have been against the Springboks. Line not successful to the Wallabies. They come away with it. Tate McDermott will dig it out of the back from 10 meters away. It's going to go high into the air to the near side. And it's knocked into touch. They haven't scored since 17 minutes. They haven't scored since 17 minutes, CB. They haven't scored anything in 57 minutes. Line not successful. Player touch in the air. No penalty called against the Wallabies. Clock is ticking down. We're down to about 6 minutes left here. They're down by 2 tries, 2 converted tries. Ball bounces. It takes a Wallaby bounce, unfortunately. Tate McDermott picks it up, and no one tackles him. There goes Tate McDermott right down the middle. And he falls down on the turf. Still not tackled. Finally, Damian Willemse gets him after they gains 40 meters. Wow, this is pathetic. I can't believe we're going to lose this game. Cannot believe we're going to lose this game. That's a forward pass. Monty stopped it. Throws it back to Cobus Reinach. Gets it to Peter Steph Dutoy. Throws it back. Picked up by Bone Fenter. Oh, Damien Willems, he's hit. But he holds on to it. We got something on the outside here. Esterhuizen to Jesse Creel. Jesse Creel back to Esterhuizen, who lost it forward. Right into the hands of Tom Wright, who's going to run all the way back untouched. Oh, my goodness. Tom Wright, that's going to seal it. Wow. Six unanswered tries. Well, Australia's back. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They didn't lose. They played pathetically. 4 minutes left. Flags don't go up. Wow. It is heartbreaking, Anwar. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's like watching Alistair Coetzee of Springboks. It's just embarrassing. 17 minutes in, they led 22-0. They took their foot off the gas. That's not going to go 10 meters. Oh, jeez. It's terrible as a home game when you were dominating 17 minutes and you scored 3 tries. They're not even going to get a bonus point out of this. In 63 minutes, they can't even get an extra try. Yeah, they'll lose both games in New Zealand against the All Blacks like this. Wow. I guess we believed our press. Fine. Set. Unbelievable. The worst part about this is the Springboks have been exposed in a number of ways here. Wow. Fine. Set. McDermott goes to the far side of the pitch. They kick it down. Looking for that 50-22. It's going to be a 50-22. Insult to injury, 50-22. Wallabies get the ball back. Wow. Alan Coetzee has stopped watching. Minute and a half. No time wasting. It's about time he did that. They were wasting earlier. Bangamoa throws it in. They're into them all, and they're driving them all forward now. Unbelievable. McDermott all by himself. Nobody stand around watching him. Wallabies 5 meters away, 4 meters away. They're going to score again. 30 seconds left. They're going to score again. Just continue a destruction of the Springboks. There it is. Nope, short. Held up. 15 seconds left. Unbelievable. 22-0. 22-0. 17 minutes into the game.
Week's time, but
Wallabies just have to kick it at a touch. They do, and that's the game. And the bleeding stops. Wow. What a disgrace. You're right. This is disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. I said the Wallabies had nothing to lose before this game. They had nothing to lose. Wow. Unbelievable. How in the world does this happen? How does this happen? It's disgraceful. I agree. Wow. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Will Skelton or Tom Wright be my man of the match? Those first two tries were forward passes. But that doesn't explain what happened. Somebody's birthday? No, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. There's no birthday cake in this setup. It's in the other one. Happy birthday, Chantel. Wow. Wow. Disgraceful. Wow. All right, guys. I can't stomach any more of that. So wow, what a disappointment, to say the least. 5 o'clock my time. The All Blacks will be playing. I have to hope that the Pumas win. They're at home. So Ben O'Keefe was. Yeah, he was. He's terrible. I said at the beginning, he's not a very good referee. The only glue that keeps the nation together. Now this. Yep. Well, they definitely need a wake up call. I'm going to sulk. I hear you, Corey. Hey, man, Herman, you're welcome. So our cricket lost too. Oh, they lost too, huh? Yeah, Marilyn, thanks. Yeah, dog crap, sorted out, exactly. Can't blame the ref for pathetic play. No, you can't, Lynette, but the first two tries never should have happened, and that's where the momentum shifted. But to be fair, Springboks weren't doing anything, but they should have been able to coast home. But yeah, this is a hiding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, nearly 7 tries unanswered. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Beyond disappointment. Final score is 38-22. They didn't score that try at the end. Yeah, this will ensure that New Zealand wins the Rugby Championship this year. You are correct about that, because there's no way we're going to New Zealand and winning 2 games. So we had to go to New Zealand. We had to win at home. We had to win in Argentina, and we had to win one of the games in New Zealand. Not going to happen. Now we have to win both there. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Yep. Well, everything from 20 minutes on was disgraceful. They played like Alistair Coetzee's Springboks, like okay, we've got to leave. It doesn't matter. And look what happened. This is heartbreaking, folks. This is heartbreaking. Yep, everything falling apart in South Africa. Even the Springboks falling apart now. Wow. The best for today is Chris's commentary. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it, Andre Mustard. Annoyed is an understatement. I'm with you, Isaac's theological thoughts. Yep. You guys are very welcome. My pleasure. Thanks for being here. Thanks for, if you become a subscriber, really grateful for that too. How do we do? I'm not going to get 10,000, not even get to 7,500. Oh, we did. Got 9,753. So we 247 away. So will we get there? I don't know. We'll see. We'll get there eventually maybe, but disappointment. We started the day today for subscribers at, let me just take a quick peek here. Let's see. Live count. We started at 677, so not quite 100. That sucks. This was a hiding. It's 16,000 views in that last hour. How are we doing this stream with views? We wound up at 19,000. So we started with 1,000 the first half. We got 18,000 the second half. Mad Max wants to vomit. Yeah, I don't know what to do. This is disappointing. I thought I'd travel on a high note, but this is a low note to travel on. You're welcome, Charles. The only decent thing was your commentary. Thank you for that. Hey, Rudy Holtzhausen. And again, congratulations on your engagement. Yep. It's just disappointing. I don't know what to say, folks. And they were clicking everywhere. They were on top of things. They were under the high ball. They made great tackles, great decisions, and then they just stopped doing all that stuff. You can blame Ramaphosa if you want, but you had nothing to do with it. Maybe Gabe McKenzie. Candace, yeah, speechless is a good statement. Yeah, it's just disappointing to say the least. Yep, 50 minutes in, so yep. If Dreekus loses, yeah, imagine that this weekend. If Dreekus loses on top of this, the cricket lost, Springboks lost the game. They never should have lost. Never should have lost this. They took total control of this game from the outset, and for 20 minutes they dominated, and then they just went to sleep. It's like someone handed them a sleeping pill and put them to sleep, and that was the end of it. Very disappointing. Lineouts not good. Ron Norkia needs to play next week. Lineouts were terrible. They were terrible. That cost us dearly. And we weren't rewarded for scrums, even though we were destroying them in the scrums for most of the time. Yep. Yeah, very disappointing. Wow. The Wallabies, 38 points they ran up. Wow, that's just atrocious. At 22-5, I thought we're okay. When it's 22-12, I got a little bit concerned. 22-19, I was very concerned. I was worried a penalty's going to score it. And look at it, 19, they scored another 14. Not 19. How many points did they score? 19. I scored another 19 points. Jeez, 3 more tries. Good Lord. Yeah. Yeah, they'll blame Trump for it. You're welcome, Ingrid. All right, guys, be sure to hit the like button if you don't mind. I'm going to have to wrap it up here. And I'll debate whether I do a 2 o'clock news program. I recorded another video about the Ref G thing, so I need to edit that. And yeah, blame BE. Donnie Pinar. We can blame something. Performance is what we can blame it on. Wow. What bothers me about this is teams are going to see this now and they're just going to pick it apart. Yep. What about a cheer up song? A cheer up song? Well, I can play the Springboks song, but that's not going to be appropriate now. Yeah, I had 20 points too in the opposite direction. Yep. Yeah, I had 20 points in the opposite direction as well. All right, folks, time to wrap it up here. Thanks for being here. 3 tries unanswered. Kurt Larense, Andre Esthuizen, and Siaklis. And a brilliant performance by Andre Esthuizen goes to waste. And then Australia, Peach on a forward pass, Wilson on a forward pass, Suwali, Wilson, Jorgensen, and Wright. So even without the 2 forward passes, they still score 4 tries. Yep. All right. Yep. All right, that's going to do it, folks. Thanks. Man, disappointment. All right. And thank you, Morris Ash, for subscribing. Appreciate it. Guys, what a sucky situation. All right. Wow, disappointing to say the least. All right, we'll catch you next time. Cheers.